Do you try to stay positive and as a result find yourself avoiding situations that you need to deal with? People that are perhaps difficult or conversations that you need to have, avoiding them, or find things piling up in your house that you need to deal with, or maybe you're avoiding, procrastinating on a project that you want to start or putting yourself out there. Is that something that you're going through? We are going to go deep into this today, and I'm so glad you're here. And to help you really get to the other side, I'm going to offer you a practice assessment that I've put together. It's going to help you gain clarity, and I'm going to walk you through it. So I'm going to put a link in the show notes. And hello and welcome to Say Yes to You and Why You Don't. For women who are great at saying yes to others, but not always as great at saying yes to themselves, but are ready to start making that shift. So let's dive deep, because this idea of procrastination, avoidance, don't want to deal with it, putting your head in the sand, whatever is the term that you're using to describe what's happening in your life, I want you to take a moment to consider the cost to you of operating in this way. What is it costing you on an emotional level? Like, what is the pain every day of knowing that there are these things in your life that you're not dealing with, and you feel it mounting? What is the cost of this internal pressure? Is it pressure that you're feeling? What is it? What is the cost to you? What is the emotional cost, or maybe even the financial cost? Because this avoidance, procrastination, first I want to let you know, it is a conversation that I have with many of the women that I work with. This knowing they need to deal with these things, but can't get themselves there. So no, you're not alone. I want you to know that you're not alone. And give yourself the permission to exhale in that and just say, okay, it's normal, people deal with it, but the way to deal with it is not avoid it, pretend it's not happening. It's to deal with it by acknowledging, okay, I'm not alone in this. Other people do this. And now what? Because as I frequently remind you here, you cannot change something that you are not aware of is happening. Once you become aware that it's happening and you acknowledge it, because that's the key. You know it's happening, you're avoiding it, you see it, right? But pretending it's not happening, or pretending it doesn't bother you, it's not really affecting you, is not going to get you to where you want to go. So once you acknowledge it, you start to be able to bring transformation to it. You begin to be able to shift it. And so we want to shed the light on it. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Name it. Call it whatever you will. Do you see it as a procrastination? Do you see it as avoidance? Do you see it as those things that I just don't deal with? I mean, what is it? How do you frame it in your mind? You need to label it. And by labeling it, you start to be able to bring a different lens to it. And that allows you to start to bring change. From all of the women that I've worked with and speak to, I know that there is a heavy cost to not dealing with these things. And I know that they are affecting you. And if you don't acknowledge it, it's like carrying a bag of bricks on your back wherever you go. And you just feel weighed down and exhausted. And then you wonder why you can't get shit done. And then, have you noticed? Then the voice in your head kicks in of what's wrong with you? Why can't you move forward? Why am I stuck? Why am I not handling this? Because there is a ripple effect to this. And that is what I am so passionate about helping you shift and change. And why I love this conversation, because I know that once you start to acknowledge it and really sit with the cost to you, because here's the thing, none of us take action on something in our life unless we get to that place of, okay, that's enough. And we don't get to that place of, okay, that's enough, by pretending it's not there. And that's why I know this opportunity that I'm offering you to really sit with these feelings and really look at what is the cost to me. And that's why I made that offer in the beginning of this podcast, because sitting with that then opens the door to what's next. And that's what I'd love to walk you through, is the what's next. How to move through this stuckness, this avoidance, this procrastination. So stuckness, procrastination, avoidance, there is an area in your life that has the most charge for you to shift. And if it's in your home, you feel it, right? Every time you walk into your house, it's like, oh my gosh, like you feel this heaviness of walking in the door. Maybe it's the kitchen, maybe it's the bedroom, maybe it's the closet, maybe it's whatever it is in your house, you feel it every time you walk in the door. There's a heaviness of knowing what you're not handling. And then it's like the elephant in the living room. It's like you just walk around it. But you can pretend to not see it. And I know from the women I work with, have talked to, it didn't just happen, right? It's been going on for days, months, perhaps years, perhaps decades. And so it doesn't go away overnight. But this is about starting to open a window into possibilities and giving yourself permission to go, hey, I'm not alone in this. Hey, I do need to deal with this, and I do need to acknowledge the cost that this has on my life. I can see that it's costing, you fill in the blank. Is it costing you that feeling of every time you come into your kitchen that you kind of hate it? You don't want to, one of my clients said, I kind of don't like I just don't want to deal with stuff. I don't want to cook because I can't find stuff. Like everything is all mixed up. Like I walk into I went to go to open a cabinet and it's just like, it's so difficult to find what I'm looking for. There's no organization here. And she said that it went on for so long. She knew she needed to deal with it. And it was so painful. And she's like, it's such a simple thing. I don't know why I don't know why I'm not dealing with it. And even that small thing, we were able to help her get from feeling stuck and overwhelmed and couldn't move forward to handling it. So now she feels like, oh my gosh, I just feel such freedom to being able to go into my kitchen. I feel more inspired. I feel more able to do things like I don't mind. I'm actually enjoying it, and I've got my children involved, and I've got my husband involved, and it's just become a creative experience. And contrast that to how she felt when we started working together. I feel like, oh my gosh, I just feel this is one of the things in my life that I'm just so stuck on. There were some other things too, but it was one little area that we were able to shift, and it was just like from the smallest, and you think, oh, well, it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal. And that's what she was aware of, is that because she kept saying it's no big deal, she wasn't dealing with it. But she was acknowledging, I've been wanting to lose weight, and I've been wanting to make lifestyle changes. And it's like, it keeps being this thing, like the roadblock that keeps me from moving forward. It's so hard to navigate in my kitchen. And as we opened that up, it was like floodgates opened. She's found herself more inspired. She's found herself taking action. Like I said, her family's gotten involved. So it's shifted things in so many ways. So know that is the trick of the mind. It'll tell you, don't worry about it, it's no big deal. But have you noticed those no big deals start to mount up? And that's the great illusion of why you're not getting to move forward. Believing that voice in your head that says, it's no big deal, don't worry about it. Deal with something else that's more important. But in the meantime, these unimportant things start to build up, and you feel this mounting sense of stuck, can't move forward, bricks on your back, don't know why things don't happen, and why things continue to be same old, same old. So I'm here to tell you and remind you, these small things are not small things. You're avoiding them for a reason. You're procrastinating for a reason. You're stuck for a reason. And that's what I am wanting to help you get underneath of, because when you get underneath, why am I avoiding? Why am I procrastinating? What am I afraid of? Because you're not taking action, there's always a fear involved. And here's the other thing about the mind. It doesn't want you to go there, right? It's like this secret doorway, and it says, oh, don't deal with that, and don't look at that. And the more you're like, okay, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to look at it. And the more you don't look at it, not going to go there, the more you feel, oh my gosh, there's so much I don't want to deal with. And I'm kind of hunkered down. I can only go in one direction, and everything else sort of feels like it's fallen off the walls. And then what does that create inside? So that feeling inside your body, right? If it's not a feeling of peace, ease, able to handle next thing, without feeling this heaviness and bombarded and just want things to be nice and positive. And so you use that as the reason why you don't deal with these things. Know that you're getting in your own way. And there's no judgment on it, because here's the reminder. The kinder you are to yourself, the more you can give yourself awareness without the judgment, the more you can trust this will shift and change. And I know the fastest way to get there is to get support, to get some help in shining a light there as to why things are not changing, or why are they not changing to something that you actually want. because your mind is really powerful. And if you just keep bringing up, you can't do it, it always goes this way, I'm not good at this, I'm never able to do this, can't keep this going, can't hold it for very long, if your mind keeps reminding you of that, you will continue to stay there. So today, as you consider, where am I stuck? Where am I procrastinating? Where am I avoiding? As you take this on and really allow yourself to sit with it, may feel a little bit uncomfortable, leave a comment, share what you notice, share what gets revealed in your willingness to look. Share what you discover in the cost to yourself, because these are two powerful steps that you can take. And then once you're there, let me walk you through with clarity and focus how to move forward towards your goals, how to move through this stuckness so that you actually can move through the self-sabotage, and how you can keep it consistently at bay. Because if you had the experience where you break through something, or you can do it for a little while, but then you're back to feeling like you're in the hole, I get it. And know that that is an aspect of what happens. And if you don't have a strategy or support or accountability to help you keep moving forward, you're going to end up in that place. But know that it doesn't have to stay that way. So, what is the one thing that you notice? What is the one area that continues to bring your inability to move forward? What's the thing? What's the thing that you keep avoiding, procrastinating on, staying stuck on? And what is the cost to you? Know that answering these questions offers you so much value, because it begins to shine light on something that you have not been willing to look at. And that's where the power is. I know that your peace, freedom, lies in being able to move through this. And I also know that it's completely possible, no matter how long you have felt stuck, it's possible to move through this. And I am so happy to have been with you today. Thank you for joining me. And do take advantage of the link that I'm offering that will give you an assessment of understanding where your mind trips you up. And then during the clarity time that we have together, this clarity session, I will walk you through understanding what is it that keeps tripping you up? Where are you not able to move forward? What gets in your way? And what's the cost helping you really get to that? Because sometimes it's hard to get there on your own. Sometimes your mind won't even let you go there. Like, oh, I don't know. And that's something that I'm really good at, and I would love to help you move through. So do take advantage of it. The link is below the video, and I'm so happy to read your comments. Thank you for being here. I am Claudia Braun, mindset lifestyle coach for women. Great at saying yes to others. Not always so great at saying yes to themselves. Thank you for joining. Say yes to you, and I will be with you next week. Bye for now.